In a quiet corner of 1970s West Germany, a haunting unfolded that would blur the lines between medicine and religion, science and superstition. A young woman named Anneliese Michel, once devout, joyful, and promising, descended into a darkness so deep, priests and parents believed only exorcism could save her. What followed was 67 rituals and a death that shocked the world. This is the true story of Anneliese Michel, a tragedy of faith, fear, and fatal conviction. Anneliese Michel was born in 1952 in the small town of Leibelfing, Bavaria. She was raised in a deeply Catholic household, the kind that honored saints, prayed nightly, and feared the devil. She was quiet, kind, and bright. At school, she excelled. Friends described her as sweet and gentle. Teachers remembered her as hardworking. She dreamed of becoming a teacher. But when she was 16, something changed. She suffered her first seizure. Doctors diagnosed her with temporal lobe epilepsy, a condition that can cause hallucinations, intense emotions, and loss of control. She began seeing terrifying visions, demonic faces, dark figures, voices that mocked her. Medical treatment began, anti-seizure medication, psychiatric evaluations. But nothing helped. Over the years, her symptoms worsened. She heard voices telling her she would rot in hell. She saw the devil's face in people around her. She began destroying religious icons, drinking her own urine, eating insects. Doctors told her family it was mental illness. But the Michels, devout in their faith, saw something darker. By 1973, Anneliese herself rejected medical help. She turned to religion, pleading for the church to intervene. Her local priests initially refused. Exorcism by then was rare, only performed with Vatican approval. Her rejection of medical treatment was more than spiritual, it was defiance. She believed her suffering had meaning, that it was tied to the sins of others. She began referring to herself as a martyr. Eventually, two priests, Ernst Alt and Arnold Renz, became convinced that this was more than illness. They believed she was possessed. And so it began. Over 10 months, 67 exorcism sessions were performed, some lasting hours, some through the night. Tapes recorded her screaming in multiple voices, growling, cursing, uttering phrases in ancient languages she had never studied. She claimed to be inhabited by 6 demons: Lucifer, Cain, Judas, Nero, Hitler, and a disgraced priest named Fleischmann.
Sen kostet was.
Bei dem schon. Gut Zeit oder auch Hilfe.
Ach so, die Arbeit.
Ja, die Arbeit geht natürlich vor. Die Drecksau, die Bäden.
The audio is harrowing, not just the voices, but the suffering behind them. Her speech switches rapidly, sometimes guttural, sometimes high-pitched. Her body contorts. Her words shift between German and Latin. She was no longer the girl her family knew. Her body wasted away. She stopped eating. Her knees broke from repeated genuflections, dropping to her knees over 600 times in one day. She spoke of burning flesh, of clawed hands dragging her down. She said she could smell sulfur. She hallucinated saints and demons alike, and each time a ritual ended, she seemed weaker, more lost. Her family, believing they were saving her soul, continued the rituals. The priests believed they were fighting hell itself. They even documented each session, recording, transcribing, praying. But in July 1976, Anneliese Michel died. She weighed just 68 pounds. The autopsy revealed extreme malnutrition, dehydration, and broken bones. Her immune system had collapsed. Her body had given up. The world took notice. The case made headlines. The horror wasn't just the death, but the belief that led to it. Her parents and the 2 priests were charged with negligent homicide. At trial, the defense claimed she was possessed. The The prosecution showed photos, medical records, psychiatric testimony. Experts testified she had schizophrenia or psychosis. The audio recordings were played in court. Some jurors wept. The jury found all 4 guilty. Suspended sentences, fines but no prison. The verdict split the public. To some it was justice, to others a persecution of faith. Letters poured into newspapers. Debates raged across Germany. In Rome, Vatican officials privately reviewed the case. The Church quietly acknowledged the risk of exorcism without oversight, but it never issued an official statement on Anneliese. Yet many still believe. Her grave has become a pilgrimage site. People leave rosaries, notes, prayers. A plaque was later installed reading, Anneliese Michel, resting in peace, surrounded by mystery. Her story inspired books, documentaries, and horror films, most famously The Exorcism of Emily Rose. But the truth lies not in cinema, it lies in silence, in suffering, in a girl whose cries were never fully understood. Anneliese Michel died believing she was saving others. Her last words to the priests were, "Beg for absolution." And to her mother, "Mother, I'm afraid." Was she mentally ill? Was she spiritually tormented? Or was she a victim of both worlds, abandoned by science, consumed by faith? Perhaps the greater tragedy is not just that she died, but that no one knew how to save her. In memory of Anneliese Michel, 1952 to 1976. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next one.